Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Oh, boy!
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Yoo-hoo! Good evening. Hello, how are you? Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the After Hours, episode 74. I'm your host, Carlos Silva, talking with you all the way here from South Florida, from Miami. And I'll be joined today by our special friend, him.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Say hello to my little friend!
Didn't expect that, but
Say hello to my little friend. And all the way from Orlando, our buddy here.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
that's terrible. There we go. There goes all of our viewers.
Well, hello.
We're done for.
It's good to see everybody.
If you're new here, I'm sorry.
Oh, Carlos has new toys.
He's got a lot of them too.
I realized I had my armpit was around the mic. I hope that didn't disturb anybody. That was a thing. No, there's my cheers popping. Oh, it's good. It's good to be back. It's kind of weird because we're doing a new thing. We're doing a new thing.
We are.
We're talking about we're doing our normal thing, but this is all new to me because I'm looking at comments here on YouTube, and I don't usually do that, and it's very exciting and also scary at the same time.
Buddies, let's talk Disney and let's talk Disney and let's chat on YouTube. That's what we're doing. Yes. Okay, if you are watching us from Facebook, don't worry. It is you can continue watch it there, but the crowd is moving, the tide is moving.
It's a great wide shift.
We're shifting to YouTube. The idea is that, and
We're gonna still keep broadcasting in Facebook.
Yes, don't freak out. If you notice that some of your friends are not showing up in Facebook now, it's because they are in YouTube now.
That's right. If you're wondering where all the cool kids went, except for the few of you who are at Facebook still. And look, we gave you a week's
invited.
Notice. We said a week ago. A week ago, I said, you know what? Next week I'm gonna do all the comments in YouTube, and then you didn't listen. You didn't believe me.
Yeah, and let's start warning everybody about one thing. In 1 week from now, I have to say that, folks, in 1 week from now is going to be Thanksgiving, and we just ahead of everything. We just want to warn you that there'll be no after hours next week due to Thanksgiving. So that's another chance for you to run with your YouTube account and have your O2 account ready.
There you go. You can make one that week. And you can watch old clips. Carlos has worked hard to have some short clips there. If you want to go back and watch some old things from the show, favorite moments, you can find them there in shorter form.
But one thing I have to tell, just comment a little bit before. I came back from Orlando last Monday. Spent the whole weekend there. Got the chance to have dinner with Jason on Thursday. We had dinner on Amari, the new restaurant at the Walt Disney World Swan Reserve. It was.
What did you think, Carlos? How did you feel about dinner at Amari, the new Mediterranean restaurant at the Swan Reserve? How did you feel about that?
It sounds like it's full of sarcasm.
No, I would say the following. A dinner with you, buddy, is already always great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay? But the restaurant itself is...
Beautiful,
yes.
It's early, too.
The server tried hard to...
She was very nice.
But there was nothing special about the food. No, nothing special about the food. The hotel itself is beautiful. It's cozy. It's little. And nothing, it's not a resort structure, it's a really small structure. Mm-hmm. The room was amazing. It
did look really nice.
Yeah,
the view.
Are you going to share any pictures of your room?
Right.
Did you bring any pictures? You didn't bring any
pictures. I
posted.
posted.
Yeah, they're on his Instagram, I think. Oh no, you posted it on Facebook, didn't you?
You have an Instagram?
I posted in our community. I did a video in our community, and if you were curious about
you did a live.
Yeah, I did live.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it.
I did it live, yeah.
So watch the trigger words. Yeah.
But one thing is that, and then during the weekend we had the opportunity to spend 2 amazing days with a lot of good friends in the Momentum, Luz Mongello's Momentum, and it was great. It was great to see.
You still count him?
Yes,
That
yes.
counts as
Lou was great. Everybody, all the speakers were great, but mainly to see our friends. There were so many friends that we're seeing here. I saw Chicago Mike was already showed up here. But before Momentum, I had the opportunity to be with Ben and Becca. Ben Ackhurst and Becca, we had dinner on Friday and I just heard Wally.
Yeah, he's freaking out. Not really sure why, but he is.
But we had dinner on Three Bridges. Was great. It was amazing.
It's not the menu is not the menu at Three Bridges is not as good as it used to be.
Yeah, you're right.
I honestly have heard the experience as a whole is not as good as it used to be.
Although I have to say, Nick, who is a fantastic cast member and was one of my favorites at Three Bridges, can now be found up at Toledo.
Which was his original location, correct? Wasn't it?
It was.
And then they moved him down.
That's right. Yeah.
But buddies, you know what time is it right now?
What time is it?
It's time to hello. Hello.
This is about to get really difficult.
Oh, we can do it. We're equal
It's
to the
half and
task.
half. We're going to figure this out. I'm going to start on YouTube for the record, Jace.
Okay. Why don't
So
you do
it
YouTube
is-
and I can do it? I'll jump over to Facebook and see.
Well, I'm going to try to do YouTube and figure out who these people are.
Good luck.
If you want to leave your name, that would be very helpful. If you want
We
to
know
leave that
Butch from
comment for
Baltimore's
us.
here.
We do.
And we know Kelly from Miami's here.
Yep, that's Kelly. And Jason's here. Mark Jones, it's good to see you over on YouTube. Jody Rice. See, some people have their actual names on here. Michelle, good to see you. Jason's wife. Let's see. Ben Ackhurst, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a good time down there in Florida. From all the way over there. Who do you see, Jason?
You mean over on Facebook? I see Valerie.
Oh, any of
Valerie,
the
get
above.
over on YouTube. I see Gustavo. Gustavo, get over on YouTube. Caleb is here. You should be in YouTube. Heather, great to see you as well. And all the other comments disappear for me. This is another reason why Facebook's a pain in the butt.
That's true. I don't really get why they're doing that.
I can't see all the other comments. So if you came in, I can't see
I'm
anybody
showing.
else.
I'm trying to show here. Christine, all the way from UK, is here.
There's 11 people right now, counting me.
I've got 13.
Michael, from Chicago Mike is here.
Chicago Mike, get over on YouTube.
Gustavo,
I'm gonna
yes.
post the link.
Ben Ackhurst, Mark Jones, everybody. Sarah Danielle Collins.
My mother's over in you. Get out of Facebook. Get over here.
Wine and chocolates. Oh, this
There's
is
less of a delay on YouTube, too, which is a bonus.
I know. I recognize. Yes, Anthony Horth, Victor Veras, my buddy, Mo querido, all the way from Santa Catarina, Brazil.
Hey, Heather found us on YouTube.
Is it
Let's
as
see.
pretty? Is it as pretty as it sounds?
Santa Catarina?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you.
Oh,
Barbara,
and what we should say, while you're in YouTube, if you're there for the first time tonight, hit the subscribe button. That helps us out
Oh,
in
I
a big
should
way,
do
and you'll
that.
get notified.
yes,
It's
should
a
do
bonus.
but that's one. My gosh, we cannot forget.
Do we need to
cannot-
tell them also how to see the chat? Because YouTube's a little weird
That's
with the
true.
chat thing.
It is a little odd.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at it and you don't see the chat, and I have mine. Okay. If you're looking at it and you don't see the chat, you have to. There's a little thing that says live chat right in the middle. You want to click on that. But before you do that, to Colin's point, there is a little. There's a little bell. There's a little bell there where you can subscribe, and you want to do that. You can also.
See, I just hit it. On my other account.
And you want,
so
and
look
when
at
you
that
hit
2
it,
for 1.
you get a little option that says like all, personalized, or none. You want to hit all.
That's true. That's
Because
true.
all will make sure you're getting notifications when we go live, which we're going to do from time to time. In
And
this
you can
space.
like the live video over there, which is also a bonus. And I know 4 of you already have, so we appreciate
And
that.
I'm gonna talk. Mark Jones was wondering. Mark Jones says, I'm sure there's. I love his faith, by the way. He says, "Look, I'm here. I kind of like the chat a little bit better in YouTube, which I understand." He said, "But I'm here, and I'm sure there's a good reason why. I just don't know what. We're gonna talk about what.
We're gonna talk about. But first of all, we have to remember that today it is a very, 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 very special day. It is the 90th, how you say 93rd? 93rd?
I don't know.
Well, Mickey and Minnie are turning 93
I don't know
today.
what he's talking about.
It's the birthday. It's Mickey and Minnie's birthday today.
Oh, that's what the number. Okay, I'm tracking that.
93.
Yeah, 93rd would be correct.
93rd. Yeah. Okay, so it's
He
the
looks great, by the way.
Okay,
He's a young 93.
Me saying 93rd?
No, he's looking.
No,
you
he
thought-
looks
talking-
great for
Are
93.
you talking about
You
Mickey?
sound great too. You sound fabulous.
You look even better, Carlos.
Thank you. And Mark Sheffield is here. Portrait of Jazz. Mike O'Reilly. One of the Mike O'Reillys.
The real Michael Brian.
It's so good to see you out
The
here.
one and only.
Thank you very much for showing up in YouTube. With you, well, we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, with Jason, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
But-
which I'm keen to hear about because nobody told me, so we're good.
It
It's
was
cool.
it was
It's cool.
a deep from the heart conversation that we had during the weekend.
A discovery. Really.
A discovery, a realization.
An emotional discovery.
We'll just
Yeah.
call you Indiana
It
Jones.
felt like therapy, really.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was like therapy with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friend terror for therapy.
Friend of therapy.
Except your good buddy Colin. That's cool. I see how it is.
Ben Ackers is asking, is 93 the combined age of the After Hours team? No, it's a lot less than that.
I was thinking.
I don't know. It may be pretty close.
No. We already passed it, buddy. It doesn't belong to me anymore. No. Okay, but Kelly is asking, cathartic? Yes, momentum has this effect on people, and it was good. It was a really nice experience. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, buddies, let me get ready here.
Okay.
Now is the time.
That was the best time.
Yes, the news of the week. We have several different kind of news here to discuss. And Jason, I think by the end of the news, you're gonna have the opportunity for you to have that
Little discussion.
little discussion. Okay.
Okay. I welcome that opportunity.
Yes.
I'm afraid to welcome that opportunity.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
I'll be gentle.
Buddies.
Because that's your streak.
Buddies. I have to. There's some things that I have to be ready when you guys do that conversation, but I'll try another time. Let's start with some housekeeping, some Disney travel planning housekeeping. Disney just warned guesses about the holidays and about the availability of park passes during the holidays, and it surprised me a little because I thought that there were much more capacity offered. But if you see the calendars, you already will see that this is for resort guests and ticket buyers. You will see that the Thanksgiving week is already with some parks available, others not. Mm-hmm. And December.
I'll say Christmas is the same way.
December is already showing that. And what surprised me that if you compare to the ones for the annual pass holders, it's almost the same. But I was expecting. But you can see that in December 21, 22nd, 23rd for pass holders, there is much more availability than for the guests and for the resort guests and the ticket buyers. So
which ironically enough has been characteristic enough to shift the other way as the dates get closer.
Yes, it is so strange that they still have the availability. I don't know that Disney is going to start to mess and to...
Don't say it too loudly.
Yeah, but
That's
that
true.
the important message here is to say to you that if you're still planning to visit Walt Disney World during the holidays, you have to start thinking right now to do your park pass reservation, because don't let it for the week before or for that week, because you could have
be
some bad
proactive.
surprises. Yeah, be
So
proactive.
let me ask you. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So if you were so in my situation, I want to be able to access a Disney park on Christmas Day, for example.
Yep.
And I have reservations already
Mm-hmm.
for the annual pass holders, so got that squared away, and
Mm-hmm.
we're blacked out. But if I have somebody coming in from out of town who's going to be a day guest, am I going to have any trouble getting that reservation?
You
Is it
already
something
are.
You already
Right.
have a
Yeah,
problem.
already a problem, right? Depending on the park.
Depending on the
Right?
park,
Which
and
is
also
probably what Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom
Yes.
what it typically is.
So you have to
Epcot
make your
or-
plans now. Don't assume that you're going to be able to make a game day decision, even if you have reservations. You know, if you have people coming
Right.
from out of
It's
town.
not,
Yes,
It's
yes.
not whole party. Yeah.
yes, that was so important that you brought that up, Jason, because it's usually you have family coming and have a mixed situation of the quantity of availability for pass holders than for or ticket buyers for the those ticket buyers. So that is pretty important. Okay, so let's talk about some upgrades.
Can I?
Yes.
Okay, keep going. No, you
No.
you keep going. I have a late breaking, not really late breaking news item, but something we didn't talk about that I want to add in. But we'll get there.
Okay. So, because now, depending on the type of news that is, Jason, you can insert it on this or the other block, because now we're going to talk about updates, some news about that we have from upgrades and updates for some things that we find in the parks. The first thing is about Magic Mobile. There is an upgrade to the system, because remember, this is the system that you can use your Apple Watch or your
It's like the wallet. Yeah.
I kind of love it.
The
I do
Apple
love it
Watch, the Apple Watch, and your phone to get into the park. And now they're adding the possibility, if you are a resort guest, you can also pay for food and for merchandising there. So it's gonna start to work as the Magic Band on that. But remember, if you are a resort guest, and it's strange because the whole billing process of that system is not connected to a credit card. It's connected to your hotel bill,
right.
to your hotel rooms, and that one is connected.
Odd.
Yes, that's strange, because if they had the system with a credit card, the pass holders and people away they're not in resorts would be able to start to use that.
I think it would be easy to change.
I have a Mr. Disney moment.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Disney.
It's never stopped you before.
Mr. Disney, I want to spend money in the parks. I want to spend a lot of money in the parks. And I'm excited that I can use my watch for all sorts of things. I'm excited now that miraculously all of your merchant services terminals, your checkout terminals, can now accept taps. So I don't have to insert a credit card. I don't have to swipe it. I can just tap it.
That took a while.
I can use my watch. I can do the little double tap on that whatever that button's called.
It's a button.
And bring up my wallet and pay for it that way, which is lovely. I love that I can use my watch to enter the parks. I love that. I love that you know where I am. However, I really wish you would also allow me to link my credit card with my annual pass or with my Disney experience and use my watch so that you know how much money I'm spending, please. It's important for pass holders to know. It's important for Disney to know how much their pass holders are spending. And right now, unlike in Disneyland where they would swipe your annual pass to get your discount, in Disney World, they just look at your annual pass and they don't really register it. So, Mr. Disney, please, I'm helping. I want to give you more information.
And you know, you just trying to make sure that you are that kind of annual pass holder and not the other kind.
Wait, I don't want to contribute to the belief that annual pass holders are not good for their business, because because I do think.
And
they
for
don't
the
have,
record,
they have
we
flawed
don't want a
data.
receipt at the end of the year. We don't want to see how much we've spent there. We want
Just
you to know.
yeah.
We don't need
right.
to know.
hide it from our sites.
Excellent point. Or just like call it something else in the bill. You know, like educational resources or something like that.
Tax deductible.
There is another update that we have to tell you is from Cosmic Rewind in Epcot, the Guardians of the Galaxy attraction. They are already starting to remove that odd plastic blue thing that there was with a brand. Advertising for
Saran wrap.
Yeah,
Carlos, I think they could have made so much money. They could have had a big raffle. Do you know how much people love removing film from things? You know, you get can you imagine
when
if
you
they
get the
had
new
a
iPhone?
raffle, like
Yes.
to be able to be the person to get to peel that off? Oh,
But look,
Could have funded the whole attraction.
I know.
Look here.
That's what I'm saying. That's so satisfying.
Yes,
It's so satisfying.
But it also satisfying to see what they have underneath that. So how beautiful it is, the metal thing, and that they already added this piece of I don't know how you call that, this the entrance, I don't know, the gate.
Struggle.
Yeah. So
Mark Jones, going back to the other piece we were talking about, he says, "Can't you just use your Apple Pay?" Yes, you can. You can use your Apple Pay. That's what I do a lot of times. But my point is that Apple Pay is not connected to my Disney Experience account. Mm-hmm. And it is in the app. That's the irony. In the app, I can use Apple Pay in my Disney Experience app, but it's not on. I can't use it to pay at like a register, for example. That's the thing. Anyways, they're almost there.
almost there.
It's close. It's close.
Okay, so Jason, the piece of news that I want to bring is related to the.
But we didn't. I don't think we talked about this last week, and I don't understand how we missed this. But Takumi Tay, did we talk about? I don't think we talked about Takumi Tay and Takumi Tay, which pre-pandemic closings. I think at least Carlos and I were in agreement that it was the best dining experience on Disney property.
Yes.
And Takumi Tay is sort of coming back. Now, they don't have as far as I'm aware, they don't have an official reopen date for like their normal dining. However, friend of the show, Marcus Val, and I are going to be attending one of the 2 whiskey making events.
Our Marcus?
Okay. Yes. On Saturday, whatever the Saturday is after Thanksgiving, there's also an event.
But Marcos, if you're watching, I miss you.
And I, well, I'm sure he misses you too. And I invited lots of friends, including you, Carlos Silva, to come with me. But you're not going to be in town. So
when?
On the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
You're going there?
Yes, I told you. Yes.
Okay.
It's not cheap.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to pull the text up. Anyway, I'm still looking forward to it. I'm going to take pictures. I'll share them with everybody. I am so excited to be able to be back in that space again. It's worth every bit of money, and I think we'll probably be there for 16 hours.
Oh yeah, and it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile. Because
everything they do is just so they're so ceremonial. And
Please tell me this is cheaper than the one that's
no.
It
is here. Let's not talk about that because it's further in our news. Don't worry.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
The other piece of news that we have is something that I never played, and Jason was a little bit surprised that I was not. It's not that I'm not aware, but I'm not involved with that. But finally, Minecraft Walt Disney World version is on, so you can enjoy Walt Disney World in Minecraft, and we do have a piece of video here. Look. Yes.
This is.
There you
Did
go.
they have? Did I miss a date? Did they say when it's going to be released?
I think it's already released. Was already released.
Well, I'm canceling all my plans for the weekend.
It's already
See,
released.
I've
I
never
haven't-
gotten
so
into
I haven't
this.
played-
I don't know
Oh, so
why,
Hen-
but I never did.
so
Probably
Alex
because of
and
that
Henry-
reason.
Alex and Henry were into it. Alex, I think, kind of, he grew out of it. Henry, and the thing is there's nothing really to grow out of because Henry,
It's
as
like
he got
create
older,
your own
he got-
world,
he-
isn't it?
He got deeper and deeper into it and began doing things like it went from just like, mining and building things and stuff to creating circuits, creating games, creating like all sorts of stuff that they would do with people all around the world that was like really complex, like incredible stuff. And teachers use this a lot too. It's something we should talk to Fred Abley. Oh, that's something we need to circle back and talk about at some point, because it's a really good educational resource as well.
I would say I don't have to learn how to play this, do I?
No, but you should. And because and this, so there's a lot of people in Minecraft world who would build things to resemble Disney parks and Disney attractions and things like that. This takes it to such another level. I got goosebumps watching that. It's just the Haunted Mansion room. To see Donald Duck, to see the Jungle Cruise, to see
You know, like
I have an idea. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things you can do, you can have your own servers in Minecraft. Okay.
Oh,
What
no,
if
I
we
know
were
you was
to
gonna go there.
Yeah. What if we were to have an after hours server where people could come in and be part of like the building? We could, when we talked about like the new resorts that we want to have built, we could build that in actual Disney Minecraft world.
I'm gonna pay your son to build my section for me.
This is amazing.
Well, a lot of, and there's a lot of love from our
Michelle,
audience.
get Henry started now.
And Mark Jones say we can all join Minecraft together.
Yes. This is where the Hero Myth and Magic Cafe video calls are going to happen. For now, we're going to be in Minecraft.
His little block, people.
But let me. We still have a lot of news to cover here.
Okay.
So let's move now to food. Yes, and let's talk about what and Kelly. I was not showing your comments because I don't want to spoil what we're gonna show here,
And because they're scary.
and they're pretty scary. But I just want to talk about it. Morimoto is doing the Yamakaze 55 Momokaze. It's December 4th at 7:30 p.m. And for the little price,
$5,000 a person.
for
And
the
that's
little
starting
price,
at, isn't it?
misprint. That's a misprint.
no,
it's
for
truly
the
not.
little price of $5,055 per person. And guess what? They're gonna have 55 tickets to sell. It's only for 55 people.
Yeah, good luck.
Yes.
Like,
So for one person, okay, so for that price, you could take 18 people to the Takumite whiskey experience.
Week experience. Well,
18 people could
or
experience
book a
Takumite.
14-night
on.
stay at Walt Disney World,
But
depending on where you stay.
you know the whole thing behind that is they're doing that because of the Yamazaki 55, which is it is a rarest Japanese whiskey. They only produce 200 bottles a
I don't
year.
care, Carlos.
But no, let me
you and I-
finish.
We're gonna walk over to Polite Pig and buy the most expensive bottle.
I mean, you could buy a lot of
I'm
Pappy
not
for
saying
it
for.
called?
I'm not
What's it
saying
called?
that you or me and we're doing that. Just explaining that it is only 200 bottles per year. One bottle will be in Morimoto, Asia, and guess what? The one who's gonna be cooking and serving you is actually Chef Morimoto. So the idea is that he's going to be there. Buddy, I'm not.
For
I'm
$5,000, he better be doing
I'm
more
not
than
judging.
that.
I'm not judging. I'm not saying that it's worthwhile. I'm just explaining
It's a neat
what is
option.
this thing. I'm just explaining that. Just giving the details.
You know,
This made me laugh
To Jody's
because-
point,
'cause-
if they had charged $5,000, I would have done it. But I think that extra $55 is just adding
55.
insult to injury, really.
It
That's
is-
probably the food
Whistle
cost.
Pig.
Is
That's
the
what
$55.
we would go down. You go down to Polite Pig and have some Whistle Pig, and and call it a day.
I mean, I come from bourbon and whiskey country, and you could buy so many things with that here. I mean, you could buy Pappy Van Winkle from about probably multiple bottles for that kind of money.
Pappy Van Winkle?
It's like the
you said
top end of the top end in the bourbon realm.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the only place you can find it in Florida is actually Polite Pig. They have some on the top shelf.
Up on the top shelf, they have to climb the ladder, which is a lot of fun.
They do. Mm-hmm. Quite literally, probably because it would get stolen.
Just to explain, just to give the piece of the news.
Ben says it's cheaper to go to Grand Prix.
Oh yes.
There you go.
Oh
exactly.
Yes.
With good tickets.
Yes. With paddock tickets. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's continue
More power
talking.
to you if you can do it, but
okay.
Let's continue talking about food, and I'm gonna just bring some of the items of the new foodie guide, the foodie guide for the Festival of Holidays in Epcot. There are a few things that came out there that I like. No, it's not that. Sorry, few things that I like come to show here, but there are a lot of good things in the festival. Don't get me wrong. First thing is from Canada, from what they call the Yukon Holiday Kitchen, and you have the seared scallops with parsnip silk, apple chutney, and hazelnut croquant, and the beef bourguignon, which is the one that is in the top right, with crushed potatoes. I love that. Then you move to L'Chaim. Yes, I think I got it right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, my Jewish.
You had me at donuts.
My Jewish neighbors, you will kill me if I did not pronounce it right. And it's amazing. They're doing the same items they did before, and it's one of the best ones in the festival holidays because they have the pastrami on rye with the pickles. It's amazing, and also the smoked salmon potato latke, which is beautiful. Okay, along with that. Let me show here. There is
Tell
also.
me about the donuts, Carlos, please.
No,
is that what those are?
No, but you want. Oh, this is it's what they call. It's a mini jelly filled donuts.
Sounds good to me. I'll take 12.
I like cookies.
And in Mexico, La Posada Holiday Kitchen has the giant tostada de chorizo. Chorizo served with the giant tostada with chipotle black bean,
that looks
puree, salsa verde, queso cotija, crema mexicana, and pickled onion. Also, I love this one. The tamal de barbacoa, cheddar barbacoa beef with corn masa topped with the ranchera salsa, queso cotija, crema mexicana, and it's amazing.
I've never had a good tamale, which is really disappointing. It's just not.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of tamale, but the idea of having tamale with the barbacoa beef, it is amazing.
I'd definitely try it. Sounds pretty good.
It is amazing.
So I'm reading through the comments.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still some confusion. I think our buddy Mark Sheffield is here, but I think he may be over on Facebook. And we're not defecting Facebook. We're just commenting in YouTube.
Yes.
Because we are trying to get people to watch. Honest, and we're going to talk more about it.
It's true.
But so that's happening. But there is some additional conversation happening there, and Megan, for example, wants to know. She's curious. Collin, apparently you drink. I didn't know
I do. It's rare, but it's
interesting. Okay. So there's that.
He never drank anything with us. Only water.
He hasn't needed it. No.
Yeah.
But
I probably do need it. I'm around you too.
yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. I think I'm dare I say I may be more excited about the festival food item, the holiday festival food items than I was for food and wine, which wasn't really food and wine.
Yeah, you're right. And because you're gonna have, actually I already found out where it is, but you have eggnog this year there, and I love eggnog, and I love eggnog. I love eggnog. It's one
That's
of
an
the.
awful-
I've never
beverage.
been able to get into it. Yeah.
I love eggnog, and
Can't
if
get
it's
past
with
it,
a little
like
bit
the
of liquor,
egg,
oh,
yeah.
That's,
it is
yeah,
dangerous. It's dangerous.
That might help it.
Oh,
Might
it's
thin
dangerous.
it out a little bit.
But buddies, let's go to a little, shall I say, no controversy here. It's going to be a soft subject. We're going to talk about.
Have you met Jason? Oh, wait, never mind.
We're going to talk about Destination D23, and we have to say to everybody that Jason is not going there, Collin is not going there, Carlos is not going there, and
We couldn't go if we tried. I mean,
But
the
no.
tickets were out in like 2
but
minutes.
who else is not going there?
Well,
Bob Chapek.
Bob Chapek's not going.
Yes, Bob
Although
Chapek.
I gotta tell you, so the we're not gonna dwell on this, but apparently he has a conflict on this is all as put up by the head of communications for Walt Disney World. He has a conflict.
Yes, had a conflict.
He has something going on Friday night in Los
His
Angeles,
head-
and it would prevent him from
His
being
bald
there on
head
Saturday.
shining is
No,
is on that
I
same
know.
day.
I don't want to bald shame anybody. No, it's not bald shame. I could be there next week. We're not going to do it. So,
Me not, I'm not.
but-
I'm not.
but he-
My
he has-
father still has a big hair, and no.
But according to the basically chief of communications for Walt Disney World, he has a prior commitment in Los Angeles on Friday night, and so he wouldn't be able to make it on Saturday. And I sympathize with that. I also, it's curious. I don't get it. Apparently, they don't have good travel people within Walt Disney World. But I'm here to tell. But I'm here to tell you, I checked
slice that
online.
bud.
I found 2 flights, both Delta. They're non-stops. One is overnight, where you can leave at 11:44 at night and get there at 7:20 a.m. These happen to be first-class tickets. He deserves to fly first class, and their seats are available. 11:44, so you get there at 7:20 a.m. in the morning. Refresh yourself, or maybe over the Grand Floridian, and then come on over. Or just go that morning, 6:30 a.m. You get in early afternoon. Have somebody. I'll pick you up. I'll come pick you up.
But buddy,
and I'll take you over, and you can be there. I don't want him to miss out. Is what I'm saying. His people aren't telling him these things, and he doesn't have to miss out. That's all I'm gonna-
but remember that some people pay to the general ticket was $250 from starting $250.
It wasn't cheap.
And he was originally he was there as he will start up the whole event. He was the kickoff would be his name was there. Actually, a few weeks ago they removed his name, and suddenly yesterday someone discovered that. And today he put up this. There's
a new thing. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I had every intention of trying to make it this year. As you know, I've made the last several. I really loved that event. Unfortunately, this year, given to the new job and given to the tugs I get from several different areas.
That's poorly worded.
Yeah, it is impossible. It's impossible to make. What you're laughing about?
Nothing. Just keep going, Carlos. It's okay.
But I will be in spirit. I have to tell you one thing to him. To be in spirit, there's only space that in that event, or in that only space for one, and it's not you, Bob. It's Walt. And I have some suggestions. I do have some suggestions. Why? Why instead of he cannot come in. We have to understand that there's several things that is a huge company, but he could send.
It's not like this was scheduled 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What?
He could send. There's some options. Why don't he send Bob Iger? Or
I like how you have the Fox clip there. That's good.
Oh, even better.
I will pick her
that's
up from the
much
airport
better.
too. Whoever they want to send, I will pick up from the airport. Preferably Scarlett Johansson.
I'll fly to California to fly with her to the East Coast.
But due to the
bags.
recent news, the best option, buddies, You know the
Nobody
best.
tells Michelle's still is sleeping or not.
You know who is the best option?
Me?
The Evil Queen.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. She's in the family now.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes, she could.
Okay, but it's going to be on Disney Plus now.
I'm still taking Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, they're gonna do the D23.
Yes, I saw that. I saw this come across somewhere today, and I'm gonna see if I can find it for us because I thought you would have known about it, but D23 I think is going to be on Disney Plus.
Is it?
Which I think is fantastic. Great idea. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Yeah, I think it's there. I'll try to find it for everybody and we'll post it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Disney Plus.
I could be wrong. Live.
But buddies,
I assume live.
But there's some things that I'm expecting to hear from them during the D23. It doesn't matter. And Bob, if you cannot be there, don't worry. We're gonna be watching. I know
we're
that
just
Josh,
giving you a hard time if you see this video.
Josh can handle that. And what is really important.
Is Josh tomorrow going to be there?
I hope so.
Probably. You would think so.
Yeah. Well, we already gave some options.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
But the flights are still there.
Yeah, but the thing is that what is really important with what is coming as news, and we're expecting some news. There are some speculations. One, for instance, is that we could hear something about this the painting the how you call the painting in the night?
Paint the night.
Paint the night
Yep.
parade. That was something that we saw before in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, and there's a chance that we could be going to be hearing that could come up to Disney's Hollywood Studios, which I love.
We'll see.
I love the idea.
It's been rumored for a long time, so we'll see if it's actually a reality or not. If the parade rumors are kind of multifaceted, that have kind of grown because of what they have already announced. With another thing that we expect to come to this weekend is an announcement of when the Main Street Electrical Parade is going to return to Disneyland Park.
I love that.
They've already said it's essentially, they've all but said that it's coming back, but we don't know when, but it would be an easy thing for them to announce this weekend along with, let's be honest, they're probably going to announce a lot of reopening things rather than potentially new things, but that's all speculation, of course.
And we have friends in the audience that could help on that, because what I always heard from people that work in operations in the Walt Disney World is that the whole thing with the night parade in Magic Kingdom, with when it started with here Happily Ever After, with the way that the crowd is distributed in the hub and in Main Street, it makes it impossible or make it really difficult to do the night parade there. So that's the reason that I'm thinking that they're gonna have it on Disney's Hollywood Studios, and the reason that we don't have night parades in Magic Kingdom right now, because even last Sunday when I did watch for the first time Enchantment, and I like it. I like it. It was a nice show. What amazed me is the crowd that used to fill up the hub is now filling the hub and Main Street. So it's a sea of people. So I cannot see the possibility of night parade.
Would be very difficult. Or they're going to have to slim down the amount of people and the space provided back to what it was years ago with the ropes and everything.
So the whole, but it's always good. You know, one thing, Collin, and I'm happy that you brought the idea, the news of the Main Street Electrical Parade, and because the word is always better if you have Main Street Electrical Parade at least in one little part of the world.
That's true. It never hurts, and we haven't seen it in years at this point. So.
Well,
nice to have it back.
I saw it. You know, the last time I saw it was during D23 Expo in California in 2019,
which was like right after it came back.
Mm-hmm. And the last one piece of news that we could receive during the weekend, and there's two rumors around that, is the whole thing about the in the festival pavilion, the pavilion of festival. So I don't know, the huge thing. there were some interesting discussion that I heard between Len Testa and Jim Hill in the Disney Unplugged podcast, which they say that there's some pressure from. It seems that in Epcot, the revenue stream that they used to have with the dessert parties was so good, so important, that they were promising that to many different companies in order to have special events there. And it seems that there's a little bit of pressure coming from that kind of business that could make it work to build up the pavilion. Let's see. I think it's a good idea. As I always said to everybody, I love that idea. I love the whole idea of the festival pavilion or festival. I don't know what you call that. Of that huge hanging garden building.
We shall see.
What do you guys think?
I think it's still a little far-fetched, but we'll see. I'd love to see it happen.
When Jason is that quiet,
it's never good.
No.
I don't. I never was a huge fan of this to begin with, and I don't see it happening. Honestly, I would prefer them to move forward with one of the many other projects that they had talked about doing and planned to do. Like, I'd love to see them do the Mary Poppins expansion to the United Kingdom pavilion. I'd love to see that.
Or the Spaceship Earth. Or the Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth refurbishment. I think I do. I would love. Oh my goodness! An idea I could get behind would be moving the theater, moving the what's the concert theater on the other side.
American Garden Theater.
Yeah, I would totally be on board with removing that. Putting the concert venue on the other side, directly on the other side of the lagoon, and because it's more appropriate and it wouldn't mess with the sounds, the ambient sounds of the pavilions around there. And then you could create a much larger viewing space for Harmonious that could be available for dessert parties. It could be available for corporate groups, and it could be available for as a lightning lane type of thing. That could be really great. That could be great, and it's straight on, so it's the view you want to have of Harmonious anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But without it obstructing the view, and without it causing a lot of concert music. Put the candlelight procession and everything else on the other side. I would love to see that happen. And
you already have that kind of leveled in a way that you can even have people seated there. Yeah, you're right. It's a good idea.
And it would be cheaper than building this thing.
But it's beautiful. I love that. I was always a big fan of that.
I love it conceptually. I just don't like it there. I don't want to block the view of Spaceship Earth.
Even if it was not for nothing, even for just a hanging garden.
I love the idea. No, I love it. Put it off in create another neighborhood within Future World and
the hanging garden neighborhood
of Babylon. Yeah, I love it.
You can't call it that, Carlos.
Hanging garden of
that gives a wrong impression.
Whatever they want to call it. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so I'm getting ready here because it's about time for us for actually Jason.
Yes.
Please help us explain to our audience, and there is something that you want to tell them. It was the
I do. It's time for an very important conversation. So just let's sort of gather together here and get sort of loosen up, take a deep breath, and we're going to talk about something very important. We're going to talk about Disney shame. Disney shame is a real thing. It's a real problem. It's something that afflicts too many people, and probably you, because I know I suffer from it as well sometimes. Disney shame is not something to be swept under the rug. It's not something to be ignored. It's not something that you should just set aside and not talk about. It's important to get sunshine on it. Disney shame is what prevents you from sharing your Disney love with so many friends and family. Disney shame is what could prevent you possibly from discussing your love of Disney. Maybe obsession was the right word. planning vacations years in advance to go to this place that people maybe don't understand. Maybe you've heard people say to you, I just don't understand why you like that place. I don't understand why you want to visit fake France. I don't know. I know you know what I'm talking about. And maybe most importantly, Disney shame is quite possibly what has prevented you from telling your friends, your coworkers, even your family about us.
Yes.
And it hurts a little bit, but I understand. I do understand. And so in all seriousness, like this is all very serious. This was just this discovery, something we've talked about from time to time. And over this past weekend, I had this conversation with a few different people and different conversations, and they affirmed it. One person even went as far as to say, yes, that's the reason I don't share this. That's the reason when I'm watching live, I don't share it with my friends. Because, well, like the lunch break, for example, maybe you don't want people to know how you're spending your 12 p.m. hour. Maybe you don't want, if you're watching in California, maybe you don't want people to know that, oh, it's 9 a.m., but I'm watching this thing. I get it. And so, this is a big part of the reason why we're encouraging you to be on YouTube. Because on YouTube, the world doesn't need to know that you're here. On YouTube, you can watch, you can chat. If you want to chat, you can say that, you can say something. But maybe on YouTube, for example, you could be you could be Disney Recipes Cooking, for example. Mm-hmm. On YouTube, you could be Butch Baltimore. On YouTube, you could be Wine and Chocolates.
Big fan of chocolate, by the way.
So this is why we're doing this, because it's your friends and your family, your colleagues, your neighbors, they deserve to share a piece of this too. They deserve to be in their happy place and to experience the joy that you experience. And so this is our way of trying to sort of also build those bridges and allow that to happen.
Yep.
And I get it. So I feel like there's even like a T-shirt in our future of some sort, like the anti-Disney shame program, because it's real. It's real. And if you're with me, if you agree with me, then like give me a thumbs up or say hi or say yes or give me an amen. Maybe an amen be good.
And for you to understand one thing, the only piece that we need for us to grow here is you. Nobody else was going to help us. Facebook actually is not helping at all. Mm-hmm. YouTube could help a little bit, but the main part is you. If you're not sharing, if you're not liking, if you're not commenting about us, after 74 episodes, really know that you at least a little bit you like us. So
and to Christine's point, and to Christine's point, where she says it feels more like feel more of a family here on Facebook than on YouTube, which I totally get, because Facebook does a fantastic job in terms of building and supporting communities. It really does. What Facebook doesn't do a good job of is telling people about these communities, right? Yes. So once you've found it, it's great. But in terms of getting more people in and letting them know that, oh, this is something that you should see, they're not great about it. YouTube has been really good about it. But this is why we're going to continue to do both. We're going to continue to broadcast in both channels. We're going to continue to engage in both channels. I'm going to continue to go live on Facebook. It's going to be a thing. So you don't have to worry about that. The groups aren't going away. The lives aren't going away. None of that's happening. But what we're saying is that we're going to step up our game in YouTube even more. Mm-hmm. We're going to give it even more love. We're going to try to encourage people to be here. And I think, we're going to do more in terms of segments. Mm-hmm. So things that aren't live, little videos here and there. Basically create opportunities, create content for you to feel safe sharing. Yeah. And we'll talk more about that a little later too when we start talking about our own things.
And that's one thing, a little good segue, because I forgot to show one thing. This. Share it. Share it. It's so important. And even also to like the video. Like and share. It's pretty important to us. Oh, it was a very, very long news segment. And we were...
Yes.
Well,
you were worried it would be a short show.
Yeah, it will be... well, let's go.
Well, it's not going to be.
Yes. Okay, so Collin, let me ask you one thing. Now is the time.
Now is the best time.
Yes, Jody, you can share your link, your YouTube link in Facebook. Yes, you can do that.
We'd love that, actually.
We love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Collin, can you explain? Finally, it's been a long time that we don't do before after, and it's.
I was gonna say for a second, which segment are we talking about here? Yeah, before or after is pretty simple. Actually, we come up with a statement and we have an anchor date. The anchor date, we will not tell you the exact date of, but we'll tell you an event in time in Disney history. Then the statement itself will be something along the lines of a description of an item, or a description of an event, or a description of something that happened in Disney history. And your goal is to say if that event that is on our card happened before or after our anchor date. It could be 1 day, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 months, it could be 10 years. But you just want to tell us if it's before or after our anchor event, even though we don't tell you the date.
Okay, let me show the anchor event because it's totally related to the birthday.
Sort of.
Yes, to the birthday
It's
boy.
the best I could do.
That's
because nothing was around 90-something years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the anchored event, I should say, and the date that you're looking for or trying to figure out when it would be is the closing date of Mickey's Florida house in Toontown, because the one in California does still exist. But the closing date of the Florida version.
So let's go to the first one.
Let's do so. After years of no new resorts being built, Walt Disney World opened its 25th resort, the Art of Animation Resort. The resort featured family suites that were themed after popular Disney movies like Finding Nemo, The Lion King, Cars, The Little Mermaid. Many of you have probably stayed in it quite recently, to be honest. However, did the Art of Animation Resort open before or after the closing of Mickey's house in Toontown?
This is
the Florida
hard.
version.
This is so hard.
This was much more difficult than I thought it would be.
So we know from the Bob Iger autobiography, we know that he gave Steve Jobs a personal tour of Art of Animation after it was built. Now, Steve Jobs wasn't a big fan of it, and then Bob's reaction famously was, "Well, this isn't really for you, Steve."
Accurate.
But I'm trying to think in terms of when Steve Jobs passed away. And when they closed Toontown, they closed Mickey's house for the purpose of building New Fantasyland, right? I mean, that was...
I believe that was the next step, but I'm not 100% positive. Because there might have been something briefly expanded before that. I don't remember
My answer, and I'm usually wrong about these things. Let's just premise this with this. My answer would be that it was... that Art of Animation was built before the closing of Mickey's house in Toontown. That's my answer.
Might want to... You could get some help from our comments. They don't agree with you, for the record.
I know.
For the most
I'm
part.
used to it. I'm used to it. I deliberately didn't look, although I can see it.
Can I elaborate on my answer?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Because there is... let me go to the... You want to know... if Art of Animation opened before or after? Because there's two different questions here. When was built and when it was open? Because remember,
Yeah.
A great part of the art of animation was built along with Pop Century Resort as being the other decade or the other part
True.
of the century.
It was the legendary years.
And for several years was abandoned there. It was a creepy sight to see that abandoned buildings there.
It was very much so.
But I think it was open after the closing.
No.
After the closing.
Uh-oh.
After the closing.
Mixed bag.
I think it's before.
So I was already showing the earliest comments.
A lot of people are saying after. Like vast majority are saying
I think
after.
they're wrong.
Okay.
I think.
Do we have final answers?
Clearly, like the like ask the audience would be. I'd be wrong, right? But
So Jason is saying before. I'm saying after.
okay.
Well, our buddy Carlos would be correct.
Yeah.
It was after. The opening date was after Tomorrowland's Mickey Toontown House closed its doors. Not Tomorrowland. Toontown. It all runs together in the brain.
I was like, don't tell me there was I missed one.
There was one. Yeah, they stuck it over
I can't live
the
with
corner.
that kind of FOMO. You can't do that.
Okay, let's go to the second one.
On to round two. And well done to the audience. I got to give them that. Disney Springs added a bowling alley, Splitsville, to its entertainment lineup. With a massive 2-level, 50,000 square foot venue, Splitsville is the 5th and largest of their locations in the country. The unique bowling alley offers billiards, dining, live entertainment, nightlife, and of course bowling, hence the name. 30 lanes to be exact. Did this experience debut before or after Mickey's house closed in Florida? His humble abode in Florida.
That's tricky too.
Yes, it is.
I would say it's tricky because before Splitsville was the Virgin Mega Store, the Virgin music store and Mega Store with the CDs, books, and
you have to realize Splitsville was one of the earliest things in the Disney Springs changeover too.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be after. It has to be after because it has to be after. If the other one was after, this has to be after.
Oh, and I should have clarified. The first one was the year 2012. I don't know if that's helpful to anybody or not.
Well, then that's not so wait. So Steve Jobs, who passed away in 2011, I think, he toured Art of Animation.
Probably while it was being built.
Hi, James.
Yeah. Okay. I could be right.
I think that
it's incredible that Steve Jobs was able. By the way, Steve Jobs was able to clear his schedule to be able to fly to Orlando to tour Art of Animation. I'm just saying.
Accurate. He's a busy man.
While he was dying, by the way. So I'm just saying.
There are mixed opinions in the audience. There are a lot of people saying after. A lot of people saying before.
I don't think this has got to be after.
So the question is if it was debuted before or after the closing. I would say after.
I'm with after.
All right, final answers?
Both
are saying after.
Before. So Sarah says, is there another Sarah Collins here? Well, you never know.
You never know. So your answer would be after. And it's actually not as close as you'd think. Well, it's closer than you'd think, I should say. It's within a year. And I won't tell you the date because that'll help on the last question. But nonetheless, it's very close. Which is not what you'd expect.
Yeah,
Splitsville seems like it would be much later. But
yeah, for me, it seems much more later.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow it makes sense because
it does. When you think about it chronologically, as far as what other things were happening at that time, it does make sense. But let's roll on to the last one.
Sarah Collins saying, "I'm your doppelganger."
Doppelganger.
Okay, there's two Sarah Collins.
I love it.
I love it. We're to have two Michael Rileys, two Sarah Collins.
Why not? Just add water.
Combo. They grow.
Yeah, Mark Jones saying, "Wow, two Michael Rileys and two Sarah Collins. Good."
Look out, Mark. We're coming for you next.
No. Okay. Butch is saying 1-1 for actually it's 2-1 here. Took that Carlos got it.
I think they meant for themselves.
Yes, I know. Let's go to the third. 101, I wanna play that game tonight. Oh, some good Hall & Oates.
Yeah, I love the song, but not that version of it.
Let's go to the third.
All right, round 3. Toy Story 3 brought back classic characters and so much joy and a few tears, mostly for Carlos, to Pixar fans' hearts when it debuted. Many of us ran to the theaters in eager anticipation as to what the next piece of the story would bring. However, did this debut occur before or after the closing of Mickey's house in Toontown?
Oh, it's got to be after.
I think it's after too.
Yeah, it's got to be after.
Because
I remember. I feel like Toy Story 3. It feels more recent than like it. That feels. I feel like maybe it was I living in California when that came out, or no? Was I still in Baltimore?
Remember, we're talking 3, not 4.
I know 4. I was definitely in California, but because that was very recent. But Toy Story 3. That Toy Story 3 is the one with that scene.
It is.
Hold the hands.
It is indeed.
Let's see. Megan is saying before.
Oh, Gustavus
this one
says
looks
after,
like it stumped people a little bit.
Diane says after. I'm with Diane. I'm with Gustavo. Butch says after. Butch from Baltimore. Of course he knows. Jody says after. Michelle, my lovely wife, says after. So I have to agree there. Had lots of afters. Christine, who is sleep deprived, says before. So just take that into consideration.
Mark Jones said
Mark Jones is changing his tune now.
Is it the same Mark Jones, though? Maybe it's a different Mark Jones.
Well, it says it actually might be before, so I'm guessing that's him changing his answer. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking?
I think it's after.
I think it's
although
after.
would he pick something that all 3 are after? That would
I would do that.
Yeah,
it's after.
Played these games before. I mean,
Mark Williams is after too, so I think it's after. It's got to be after.
Well, you're wrong.
Final answer.
It is before. It is before. And this one, since we can reveal the date now, this was in 2010, which kind of shocked me when I was looking this up, because I actually wanted something from 2010.
So wait, when did Art of Animation
Toy Story 3 was 2010. It actually opened its doors. Art of Animation, it was sometime in 2012. I don't know when exactly.
Steve Jobs definitely toured before before it opened.
Which would have had to been sometime in 2011. Wow. But that resort took forever to open, too.
Yes, that's right.
It was paused for a long time.
It was paused. Yeah. It was part of it were ready. It was ready for a long time.
Yeah, but the actual closing date of Mickey's house in Toontown was February 12th of 2011, which is actually later than I thought it was going to be. But
no, because it was after they announced.
It made it to 2011.
Was when they. I mean, it was right before they started the construction for New Fantasyland.
Yeah, which I think was announced in like 2009 or 10, somewhere in there was when they announced that. But
yeah,
because the billboards were up for a long time.
But you know one thing, we have someone watching us from Twitch. Hello, how are you?
Are you streaming over to Twitch?
Yes,
might as well. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
They can join us on YouTube
Alex
too.
Loves Twitch. Yeah, Alex loves Twitch.
Okay, buddy, that was great.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah,
that was
James is like in A Ride of a Lifetime. Iger said Steve wasn't impressed with Art of Animation. That's exactly what I was talking about. And I loved Bob Iger's response. He was like, "Well, Steve, this wasn't really built for you."
We don't care. we were just showing you to show you.
I felt so bad. I felt so bad for Bob Iger at that moment because he was so proud. He's like, "Oh, look at this thing we're building. It's great. The characters and the stuff and the sound underwater and the things." And Steve's like, "Yeah."
And wasn't Steve Jobs on the board of directors at one point for Disney? Or was it was vice versa, wasn't it?
It was vice versa.
Iger was on,
Yes. Great book. If you guys haven't read that book, Ride of a Lifetime, it's absolutely worth it.
It's a short book, so you can read it fast.
The audiobook is good. It's not read. It's the intro is done by Bob Iger, but it's not read by him, but it's really good. And I think a good companion book to read is also Ray Catmull's what was the one? It's the Pixar book. What's it called? It's Ray Catmull. If you look that up, great book. Creativity Inc. I think that's the name of the book. There you go.
Okay, and this segment was presented by our buddy Collin Kendall.
Oh, look at there. Well, I don't have much this week, so I'll keep it pretty simple and to the point. You can find me at guide4ww.com. You can order prints there. You can request a custom order there. We can work together on something there. Or you can find me on Instagram at guide4ww. And you can check out the Facebook group at the Guide4WW community right here on Facebook. And I do have a YouTube channel, but there's not much on it at the moment. But if you want to subscribe to that, you're welcome to while you're already on YouTube. So that's all I've got for today.
Nothing about the calendars.
Calendar, I believe, has been pulled from sale at the moment. The book is still for sale.
I'm still waiting for my copy
of the book.
Oh no, maybe
well,
not.
You may be on the second order.
I might be on the second order. Yeah. Story
okay.
Of my life. Story of my life. I can't remember the rest of the words.
But Jason,
let
me ask you one thing, buddy. Let me ask you one thing. Now is the time.
Oh, now is the best time.
Yes, this is Factor. This is who said that? I'm thinking about Factor Fiction. Who said that? Well, I'm gonna come up with a movie quote, and our dear buddies, with your help, they need to find out who said that and which was the movie. The idea is to bring both information. So I will start right away with the first one. You know how men are. They think no means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours. This is from a Disney movie.
What? Really?
I don't have a clue what Disney movie this is.
Okay. Are you getting all choked up?
Again,
the only thing I could guess would be like Princess and the Frog.
You know how men are.
Great erasure song. Great erasure song. Take
They think no means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours. Who said that?
I don't know. I want to say somebody in Princess and the Frog, but I don't know who it would be. I've only seen that movie like
Megan is saying Hercules.
That would make sense.
Really?
It sounds like something.
Gustavo said Meg from Hercules.
Oh, Meg from Hercules. Oh,
yeah, that does sound like something
Gustavo.
that would happen.
That's really good.
Mark Willis, the black hole. It's Valerie is saying Hercules. Megan is saying Meg from Hercules. Butch said no clue.
I can't hear the word Hercules without thinking about the Nutty
Hercules,
Professor.
Hercules.
What was that? I got to know.
The Nutty Professor? Oh, you have
yes,
to watch that.
yeah. I got it. Dude.
Hercules,
He's sitting at the dinner table. Hercules.
It's all falling apart. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go.
Guess what? We do have another Mark Williams there too.
Yes, I knew it. Now all we need is another Mark Jones.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna make another recount.
Trifecta.
Buddies, so
I have no clue. That's the only guess I have.
And you, Jason?
I'm going with Meg from Hercules because I trust Megan and I trust Gustavo
and you trust it right. Well, you know how men are. They think no means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours. It's Merc from Hercules, 1997.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Let's go
she
to
looks
the
otherwise known as.
She looks a little bit like your woman too, by the way.
With who?
I hope you're talking about his wife.
Oh. She kind of, well, her hair's not that red, but
no.
No. Jessica Rabbit.
No. Woo! Buddies, let's go to the second one. Just because it's what's done doesn't mean it's what should be done. Just because it's what's done doesn't mean it's what should be done.
Most of my teachers?
You don't have a clue? This is an easy
I have
one.
no idea.
Nothing.
This is well. The other one was also easy.
Doesn't mean it's what should be done. I have no idea.
Is this an obscure movie?
No.
Have I seen this movie?
Oh yes. I think so.
Really?
Is it Black Hole?
Because
If so, I have not seen
it
that
is
movie.
it is a classic.
Is it? Oh,
Is it
is
Mary
it Cinderella?
Megan saying Prince Charming from Cinderella.
How does she?
Kelly saying I don't know.
Prince Charming from Cinderella. Megan, if
I
you
want to
pull
say
that
Mary
out.
Poppins.
Cinderella,
Cinderella
2
2 is what
is
Sarah
the-
Collins is saying. That's very specific. I feel like we're honing in on Cinderella.
It is specific.
Is it Cinderella? Which Sarah Collins do we believe?
Is it
it's
like
the same
Lion
Sarah
King?
Collins.
Is there a 1.5 or 2.5 or whatever it is?
Zootopia? Valerie says
It's a good
Zootopia.
movie.
Really?
I don't think that's correct. I don't know though. Clearly.
Megan is asking, or was Cinderella from Cinderella?
Cinderella.
Dressed in yellow, dressed in
Look, Mark Williams used the the thumbnail that Mark Williams has.
yellow. It's Jason's face.
That's like really
Brilliant.
a creepy.
Jody Rice Bambi.
I don't know. Tell us, Carlos.
Actually, Megan got it right again.
Yes. Cinderella.
Cinderella from Cinderella.
Oh, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Probably at least 10 years.
Hello, Luis.
Hello to Luis, all the way from Belém do Pará in Brazil.
Hi.
You know, Belém do Pará is where you have those.
What are you doing there, Carlos? That's how you would describe
Careful with
Jessica
the hand
Rabbit a
gestures.
second ago.
No, it is the following. You have the Amazon River is getting close to the ocean. There's what they call the Pororoca, which is the encounter of the tides, and it's beautiful.
That's not
Well, we
near
need
as
to
far as
go. When are we
Jessica
going to
Rabbit.
go?
And they have
I'm ready.
It's a very special place. I think
If only someone would come with me.
Selby
maybe
said
some-
Lucifer from Cinderella. No, Selby is already here.
I'm feeling like an after-hours trip to Brazil has to happen.
Yes, it's
like-
I'm going
Like
to
an
need a
official-
translator, but
An official after-hours, like
yeah.
this is. And you know what? We're going to carry an American flag around. Like a
I'll
little
wear
bit.
American flag. I'll have the country accent just to.
But
really freak
I'm gonna
people
I'll
out.
learn. But I will. Oh, how about this? I'm serious here. I'll throw down this gauntlet, Carlos. If you organize a trip, an after-hours trip to Brazil, okay, I'll come up with something. I will either sing a song or recite something of your choosing in Portuguese.
That's dangerous.
That will have to be an ABBA song.
Whatever you choose, your choice. I'll do it
That
in
is-
Portuguese.
You know
I'll
what
do
we
it
can
live.
do? We can do it live. We're gonna do is that our buddy Eric Pontodio is responsible for one of the biggest Disney fan gathering in Brazil, and that could be one of the things that we can visit exactly when they're doing that.
Just saying.
It is called Encontro Eu Amo Disney. It's the I Love
If
Disney
only we could
encounter.
catch an invite.
Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me?
Buddies.
Just here for the food.
I have 5 here, but I'll go to I will skip 2 of them. Okay, the 2 of them that we'll skip are pretty obscure, and I'm going to something easier. The things that make me different are the things that make me me.
Oh. I've heard this, and it's going to bother
Groot.
me because I can't place
Groot.
it.
It's gonna be Groot.
The things that make me different are the things that make me me. And Selby say, Jason needs to... Yes, Selby, you got it right. Jason needs to sing Os Quindins de Yaya from Three Caballeros. Yes.
Okay, I'll do it. You make it happen. You get me down there. I'll make it happen.
Selby saying Pooh.
Wait.
Wait, is he saying that about my singing, or is he saying?
But Megan is saying Piglet.
Oh,
Is this Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph?
what? Oh,
Kelly
right,
said
I'm
you
gonna be
need
so
Kelly.
excited.
He's coming to Miami on February because we need
I am.
we need to
For a
board
very brief period of time.
we need to board the cruise line there.
Overnight.
I don't know if that counts.
The things that make me different are the things that make me
I think I'm right.
You think it's regular? Dude, you might be right. I don't usually like to agree with you, but you.
He
could
says
very
something
well-
like that in the movie.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
It does.
we do have Pooh,
And
Piglet,
we have Dumbo too.
Piglet. We do have Wreck-It Ralph from Collin. Mark Jonas saying Dumbo.
It does sound like something Piglet would say.
You saw that? You saw that? Look here. Bob Chapek, so I didn't find enough this amusing. I'll be hiding it.
I'll pick you up. There's still a flight.
Oh, be
I'll even clean my car. I'll even vacuum my car for you, Bob.
Get rid of the dog hair.
So Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph. Bob Chapek is here, said Mark Jones. Okay, let's. One of you got it right. One of you got it right and got it right. The
Wait, okay. What's Z? What's that mean, Luis? What's
Ze.
What's that mean? What's that?
Ze is
There's a picture of a bird next to it.
Jose
I think, isn't
Carioca. Jose Carioca. Zé Carioca. It's how we call in Portuguese.
Okay.
Jose is Zé
Jose.
Carioca.
I got Z. Okay, I got you. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I feel like. Oh man. How many people said poo? Just one. How many people? I think Colin's right. Colin might be right. Maybe it's both.
So
Scarier
again,
things have happened.
Megan was right. It was Piglet.
Wow, Megan.
But not from the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. From Winnie the Pooh, the movie for 2011.
Was that the live action
also
one?
said it.
Oh no, that was Christopher Robin.
Yeah, that was good though. With
Ralph
Ewan
said
McGregor.
something very.
Isn't that the one with
similar
Ewan
to
McGregor?
I
It's
think
a different one. What
No,
was the one
that-
with Ewan McGregor?
I don't know. It was really good. If you haven't watched it,
Richard-
watch it on Disney Plus. It's
They're all
great.
good. I love anything to do with poo.
You'll
I
probably
like.
cry, but
No, I don't want. I cried when I saw the trailer. When
Hello,
that,
Andrew.
That scene that
Oh, really?
that he touches Christopher Robin. Oh no, this is
you really shouldn't see that movie if that much made you cry.
no. I want.
It's a great movie.
Hi,
though.
Andrew. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for being here.
It's right up there with the Mr. Rogers.
Yes,
movie for me.
Megan is right. The name of that movie, it's Christopher Robin, Jason.
Oh, the one with Ewan McGregor. Yeah, that's it's a great movie though.
Okay.
I love Ewan. I don't think Ewan McGregor's ever been in a movie I didn't like. He's like up there with Tom Hanks for me in terms of
Tom
the
Hanks.
stuff he's been in. Matt Damon.
Megan got all the codes. Thank you. It was great. Help a lot the buddies here.
Funny enough, Tom Hanks talked to my sister in Toy Story Land once. He was there for a media event. It was great.
Woody
it was really cool.
Colin, Woody talks to everybody
That's true.
when you
That's
walk around the
true.
corner. Howdy, partner.
Bob Chapek is saying, should we call the fire department? I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Okay, so buddies, this one was presented by our dear buddy, Jason Canapp.
Oh,
We
well,
use that term loosely now, don't we?
I'm losing my voice here.
good buddy. Well, don't lose your voice. Well, go find your voice. I'll talk. All right. So Thank you very much for this opportunity to talk about Here with the Magic. Here with the Magic is all about celebrating and sharing those quiet moments of joy in this chaotic world around us. And I hope you are able to join us from time to time, like tomorrow, which I think may end up like, we'll see how things go, but I think it may be up there with one of the best lunch breaks we have this year in terms of relaxing and seeing some interesting things, because we are going to be taking a wonderfully relaxing boat tour of Seven Seas Lagoon, where we're going to start at the Grand Floridian. We're going to finish at the Grand Floridian, and then we're going to take a little walk into the lobby of the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa and see the Christmas tree and the gingerbread house and listen to the music, and we're just going to soak it all in. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, here with themagiclive.com. I hope you're able to join. And another little reminder that there's this podcast called Soundscapes by Here with the Magic. This week, speaking of holidays, this week we shared a bit of sound from Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's all recorded in 3D binaural audio, so you feel like you're there in the space during the holidays. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. Also, this is something you can share with people without them thinking you're so weird, possibly. Just consider that. Make sure you subscribe over Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Check it out. And then, of course, here with the magiclive.com, 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I got to tell you, for those who are members of the cafe, at the comfy chair level, we're going to probably do, sounds like we're going to do like an impromptu live video chat thing on Sunday morning during the Grand Prix. So that's happening.
Oh my gosh, yes.
This Sunday. Yeah, so that's going to happen. So I'll be sending a little email out about that.
Buddies, now is the time.
I can't see you.
Well, you're on the screen.
There you are.
Now is the time.
Now is the
Yeah, I told you guys, YouTube is fun. Oh, Jody's saying, I love bipolar sounds.
Don't ask.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right place.
Oh, wait. My grandson just started working for F1 McLaren.
What?
Well.
We need to talk,
Christine. Christine.
We need to talk. Actually, it's my favorite team. My favorite.
Norris, Lando Norris.
Yeah,
Lando. He's not my favorite, but he's my second favorite.
No, he's my favorite. I like it. The kid is really good. Okay.
I'm still Perez guy, but whatever.
No, but yeah. Well, top three. The top three tonight is going to be a shortest top three that we ever done, because what we're gonna do is each one of us will come with only one pick. So it's the top three, and will be the top three Mickey and Minnie moments that we have in the parks. Who is going to start? Oh, everybody's reading the comments. So
I'm fine to start. I don't mind starting.
So it's you, buddy.
Okay. So my favorite Mickey moment is one dear and near to my heart, and we have a video. We're not gonna show it yet. Let's just set it up first. This goes back. I think I don't know. This should have been on the before after because I think it's probably around the same time, 2011-ish, maybe a little earlier than that, when we were visiting Walt Disney World. We were in the town square meet and greet, for Mickey and Minnie. We were waiting, and we were waiting, and we were waiting, and we were in that queue inside, and we'd almost gotten into the room, but then we didn't. We were like the next ones, so we had to wait a little longer. Lo and behold, when it's our turn, the door opens, and you expect the door to open, and then a cast member to be there to like, okay, bring you back to meet Mickey and Minnie. The door opens, it's Mickey Mouse. Like literally, the door opens, and there's Mickey Mouse. He comes over, and he takes little Henry, by the hand, and escorts us back to the room. And this is where the video picks up.
Let's go.
Four. Minnie's here. I do. Thank you.
Great.
And I've shared this before. This was actually this was part of my top 3 wow moments back in our March episode. But so if he was 4, it would be actually, it was 2000. Would have been like 2007 or 8 then. 2008, maybe 9. I don't know. I'm bad with math. Anyway, gosh, it's those moments that stand out for you, where that Disney magic happens, and it's serendipitous, and I'll just treasure it for the rest of my life. That one little moment, and I was fortunate to be able to like to hit record fast enough to get a little piece of it.
I mean, it's beautiful.
I want to know what phone this was, or was this old school?
In 2008, it would have been. I assume
so like a Razor.
No, I think it would have been it would have been like one of the first iPhones.
It would have been really early. I don't know. I'm kind of techie. So.
If he was 4,
just curious.
If he was 4, it was probably 2008 or 9. Yeah, because he turned. He would have turned
the first
5 in 2009. So it was 2009 was one of the first 5 iPhones. Yeah, because I got my very first iPhone in 2008.
Yeah,
I cannot remember.
3GS.
I stood for a while with Blackberries, so.
Oh.
No, I
only had one of those for a very short amount of time.
We're getting way off topic, but those were so easy to use internationally. I remember that. Yeah.
Collin, let's go to your.
Yeah, since we're on the topic of, he had mentioned Runaway Railway, I believe. That's where I'm going to take us. And it's one particular scene in that showing. And if you saw my post on Instagram yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. And I know Carlos has shared it a little bit as well. But as you ride through that attraction, one of the things that always comes to mind is the quintessential Mickey and Minnie moment. It's one of the only attractions that you actually get to see them together, that you get to kind of have the full story, for lack of a better word, and have a moment with Mickey and Minnie as kind of the pivotal moment of the attraction, for lack of a better word, or the finishing moment of the attraction. And you're guided there by Goofy. So if you've not seen it, I will disclaim this is a little bit of a spoiler for the end of the attraction. So if you need to step away for a second or pause your audio or video, go ahead and do so. But for me, this is probably one of the best moments where you get to see Mickey and Minnie in one place at Walt Disney World, as something that's very pivotal to the story element of the attraction. And I'm not a huge fan of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but it is a lot of fun. It's an instant classic attraction, and you'll see why here.
You had a relaxing ride around the park, and thanks for sticking with me. Hey, picnickers! Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
Nothing can stop us now. I'm so happy that you would finally make it. We have one place in mind. Now with you by my side. As far as we are good, nothing can stop us.
And for me, I mean, I know many of us have the same thing. The first time you walk out of that attraction, when you've ridden it for the first time, you sing that song for the rest of the day.
Yes,
it's just kind of part
sticks
of it.
on you. Yeah,
it really does.
It is amazing. I love that. Let me go to my when I still have voice.
You sound. It's very. Well, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. It's very Demi Moore, like raspy.
I don't have a video. Actually, I only have this photo here.
I will act it out.
No, just the photo here, just to remind that we're doing that just because of Mickey's and Minnie's birthday and or anniversary. How I said that? Well, the 93 years old that they're doing today. But what happened to me was actually in 1981. And it is funny because for those who remember the old days, characters used to be around and roaming in the park without help, without that cast member next to them. They usually were show up alone in some place, and then a big huge line start to form. People used to organize themselves without the help of cast members, and that was that. What happened is that we were close to the castle. You know where you have that area where you have the fountain with Cinderella? That fountain with the Cinderella wasn't there by that time, and there was actually we
the one in Magic Kingdom.
Yes, in Magic Kingdom.
Okay, right behind the castle there. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
We crossed the castle, and we got to that area, and there was a Mickey there, quiet, no one next to him. Me and my brother, my sister, my parents, we got close and said, it's a Mickey. And by that time, a Mickey to take picture was already kind of rare. Mm-hmm. And say, and that, our reaction, it's not actually a Mickey. Probably it's just a statue that they put here. And we were talking in front of him, and he was quiet. And then my father said, go next to him and take a picture. The moment I got next to him, he just reached me, gave me a hug. He gave me a hug. I couldn't forget that. He gave me a hug. So it was actually a person there, but quiet, and he was in a place that nobody noticed him, and he was quiet there.
Did you say this was in Walt Disney World?
Yes.
Interesting.
That's so rare.
It used.
I could see it in Disneyland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
No, but to Disney up to the mid '80s, they used to have that.
That's true. That was a different time.
It was until the mid '80s. They used to have the characters roaming without cast members or without scheduling, and he was quiet there, really quiet. It was funny.
That's great.
It's hilarious.
Quiet as a church mouse.
So, and that top three, the really fast top three, was brought to you by Carlos Silva and the Pontos. Let me just briefly explain to you. If you're watching us for the first time, in case you didn't notice, it's kind of hard to say that, but I'm Brazilian. And and my content.
Ask him about coconuts.
Yeah, my content in Portuguese is in the Ponto Orlando, which is for content about Disney and Central Florida, and Ponto Miami, which is the content about South Florida. And I'll open my heart a little bit in here. Actually, it was Lisa, the Noto Glass and the Caster Hunter, who asked me about which is the concept, the difference between the two Pontos. Ponto Miami is where I live. Ponto Orlando is who I am. So that is probably the most profound revelation and explanation about that. And you can watch me live. I do it live every Tuesday at. Actually, it is totally wrong here again. It is at 7 p.m. now because of the time change. You can watch me live in YouTube, mainly YouTube. You can go there and change your name. If Bob Chapek, if you want to visit there, would be great.
Want to join?
Yes. So in Ponto Live Tuesday 7 p.m. you can watch in Facebook the Ponto Miami and Ponto Orlando, and in YouTube for Ponto Orlando. Okay, buddies.
Ponto.
Ponto. Yeah, Ponto. Yeah, but I'll be. There was.
That's not creepy at all.
No, it's only be creepy if you.
For all of you watching, for all you wearing headphones tonight, expecting a binaural experience, this is about as good as it's going to get. What's that sound? What's that sound is your favorite, my favorite, Colin's favorite, Carlos's favorite, Ponto's favorite segment here on After Hours, where we will play for you a brief little bit of sound from somewhere in Walt Disney World. Your job, if you so choose to play, which we really hope you do, is to tell us what it is, where it's coming from, be as specific as possible. Put it in the comments. You can guess as many times as you want. No one's going to judge you for being wrong. I'm still here. And if you guess all three correctly, tonight you will win a personalized invitation whenever it happens, whenever it gets out there, for the After Hours trip to Brazil. That's going to happen.
Let's go to the first one in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I know what this is.
You let me do it again?
I'm pretty positive I know what this is.
Let's do it again.
Interesting. You know, if this was Disneyland, I'd have a different answer. But it's not a Disneyland song. So.
Hey, buddy, how are you, Ryan?
Well,
hello, Ryan.
Sort of.
Sarah says, I wish Carlos did a show in English. I would love to. I wish he would speak English too, Sarah. Honestly. It's really
he tries. It's okay.
So hard. So Megan says the game booth at the boardwalk. Butch from Baltimore is saying Toy Story Mania. These are good choices. These are all good choices.
It is Kelly is saying Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa.
Popo
Mark Jones says One Man's Dream.
Nope.
Oh, don't get me started about the One Man's Dream thing right now.
That's a rant for another day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's have any one of you watched The Eternals?
Nope. Don't plan
to.
I
haven't. I forgot it's even out.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And
I haven't even watched the Jungle Cruise yet.
And then I saw Lou's comment yesterday.
Sarah says Toy Story Mania. Who?
Lou.
I know the answer to this.
Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, outside of Toy Story Mania.
That's clever guess, but
let me try again here.
One more time.
I'm shocked nobody's gotten this. I don't know if you're really stupid if I'm wrong. But
let's just put it this way: you're not wrong, Colin. Don't say the answer, because if you think, just think of the theme for tonight. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the biggest hint I'm gonna give you. So those of you who are saying Toy Story Mania, Mr. Potato Head, but you're in the right park.
But not the
I
right
believe it's fair to say this is a little out of place from where you'd expect it to be used.
And I would do the following: as soon as the answer appears here, I would play it, and that's it. Selby saying Mickey Runaway Railway. And I love Minnie's expression. I love that. Okay, let's go to the second one. In 1, 2, and 3. I will do it again. I will do it live. This one is easy.
This one is.
This one is pretty easy.
I don't think.
It's the easiest one, I think. Again.
Can you make it any louder?
That was loud, all right.
I'm having a hard time placing this.
Yeah.
Yep. People already got it.
Valerie had no problem. Sarah Collins had no problem. Mark Jones had no problem. Megan, of course, Cinderella. Megan had no problem.
I thought it was more specific than that, but okay.
Michael Riley, I don't know. I think it's not the jazz Michael Riley. Michael Riley is saying.
So for all of you saying Pandora, okay, you are technically, possibly not correct.
Nobody yet.
I mean, when exactly does Pandora begin and end? That's the question.
No, come on, then.
I mean, this could be Africa.
They're really close together.
Why don't we show them? So this, of course, is Carlos's favorite, one of his favorite paths in all of Walt Disney World. This is the path from Africa into Pandora.
I love that place.
And that path at night is just marvelous. And I say it's like it's kind of cuspy in terms of saying where it is, because it really is this sort of no man's land between, literally that night, no man's land, or no woman's land either, no children either, but like between Africa and the entrance to Pandora. But the transition.
It's not always open, though, right?
Well, funny you should say that. When I was there for the Monday Night Live show a couple of weeks ago, there was a cast member standing there close to that entrance and turning people away, saying the area was closed. And I just pleaded my case very briefly, and she let me go through. And then I had it all to myself. It was so lovely. And I said,
I would say usually Carlos they close it once it gets to a certain point, probably because it's not very well lit, intentionally.
Yeah, I didn't think she let me by.
But let's go to the third one in 1, 2, and 3.
I'm afraid to guess.
Excuse me.
Tangled restroom number 3.
Mike was saying the land. I know where you're coming from, yeah, but it's not the land. I understand your.
Oh, what do you think he thinks?
James, the same thing. They're thinking about the pasture, that scenes of the storm there.
Yeah, it's not that.
Megan. Say living in the land. No, it's not.
You know, it kind of sounds like the old hydrolators, but we obviously know it's not that.
You know, Valerie is going through the right direction. Waiting area under. No, it's not here. What is? Oh my gosh! Saratoga Springs water edge. But it's not that. But it's.
Butch. Onto the bridge walkway from high. No, it was not. That was a very different noise, Butch. We do have that noise recorded, though.
Tom Sawyer Island. No. That one is going to be difficult.
That's why it's number 3. That's why it's number 3.
Boiler room. It looks like a boiler room, but it's not.
Interesting.
It is not. It is not in a park.
It's not in the park. And it's not Riverside.
It's not
Let's hear
Riverside.
one more time. Listen closely.
No, Mark, it's not in a park.
Something bubbling.
Megan saying Rainforest Cafe makes sense too, but no.
A waterfall would make sense.
My only guess was going to be the Springs at Disney Springs, but that doesn't sound the same.
You're getting close with the concept, not with the place.
Conceptually, you're on the right track.
Wilderness Lodge.
Well, Kelly, Wilderness Lodge would be a really, really, really good answer, but it's not. But you're really close. I mean, you're with Collin. You got the right idea. Got the right idea.
Mary is St. Geiger. The Geyser but it's not. But you're close to the idea too.
Some of you may not even realize this exists.
I think nobody will get it because it is.
I've shown it before on a lunch break. I've shown it.
Mm-hmm. People watch that.
A couple people. There's a couple. There's a couple of us. We like to stick together.
Well, we'll play it again. The last time.
I feel like I'm gonna figure it out, but it's gonna take way too long.
It's not the Geyser Point.
This Geyser Point? No.
It's not the
Geyser Point sounds. Woo, that's really loud. Super loud.
It's not the.
Well, it's a geyser.
It's not the T-Rex restaurant.
It is a resort. It is a resort with a spring. It's not Saratoga Springs.
It's a cool hidden waterfall, but I can't remember where you were.
It's not that cool hidden waterfall. No, that was by Rainforest Cafe. Yep. No. Jackie says no clue. Well, you guys, you're gonna be surprised. Should we show them? This is like the second time in just we won't stump them usually.
It's not the Swan. It's not Beverly. Let me show that.
Jumbo House. Jumbo
Animal
House. Kingdom Lodge.
Never paid much attention to that lobby. Having a water feature.
Oh yeah. There's a nice little bridge that takes you from one side to the other. Right. The Springs is what feeds the falls. It becomes Victoria Falls and the Victoria Falls Lounge there.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that, but I didn't know it was. I thought it was standalone.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. Love that place. Love that place.
Mm-hmm. That was what's that sound?
Mm-hmm. Stumped them. We stumped them.
Yes. But
is there a waterfall at Riviera?
I think in the entrance there's a fountain, not a waterfall. Yeah.
Outside.
Oh. Tells you how many times I've been through the front lobby of that resort. I always come from the other way.
No, but it's
you're not missing much.
It is not. No, but it's nice. It's clean. It's clean, but it's nice.
But that's what they're going for. Clean but nice. Riviera.
So this weekend we're gonna be between the Grand Prix and the D23.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Flipping.
As mentioned to all the audience before, next week we're not gonna be doing our live show. Is mainly because of Thanksgiving, in respect of the holiday, and everybody's. I know we'll be doing their own stuff. So we see you in 2 weeks. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. During the week, for the ones that follow us in our after hours community, I'll be, and I think everybody here. Well, it's the idea that I'm bringing out live here. We're doing live and do live. I'm going to post my Thanksgiving wishes and my thanks during the week in our after hours community. You can watch that. Buddies, on behalf of Jason, of Collin, buddies, thank you very much. It was an amazing show. I'm losing the voice. But
No comment.
yeah. But thank you very much. And on behalf of my buddies, I would like to wish you an amazing rest of the week, a magical one. Please stay calm, stay safe, and we see you. If not in our After Hours community, we see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.
See ya.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Oh, I forgot to take in the video here.
Helps if you press the button.